Welcome everybody to the Ratchet Speed Shop 200 at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Send It Cup Series in Original Rebels. I'm Eddie Smith and this is Rebel Racing Network, and I'm glad to have you here on a beautiful Saturday night. It's beautiful where I am, and it's beautiful in game here as we got clear skies. And well, actually in the game it's cloudy, so but nonetheless, going to be a lot of fun tonight. Really excited to get this thing rolling. But you see, we're at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Y'all all know it. You've seen it in Concord, North Carolina. So getting ready to get this thing going in these next gen cars. Let's go ahead and bring up the grid as we are already ready to go. And let's see where everybody's starting. On the pole, your Chuck Peg Leg Pole Award winner, Jonah Colbert. Starting on the front row outside him, Michael Costa. Starting third is Garrett Kinder. Starting fourth, Jamie Mullins. Starting fifth, Jonathan Cofield, last night's winner. Starting sixth, Jesse Necula. Starting seventh, Chuck Feltz. Starting eighth, Steve Loving. Starting ninth, Fry Hubbard. Starting 10th, Ryan Huff. Starting 11th, Tyler Rice. Starting 12th, Christopher Heiner. Starting 13th, Eric Burkhalter. Starting 14th, Stephen McDonald. Starting 15th, Brandon Pollitt. Starting 16th, Daniel D. Cunningham. Starting 17th, Greg Froenig. Starting 18th, Brandon Wallace. Starting 19th, Josh Lokenvitz. 20th, Cindy Taylor. 21st, Jason Lodges. 22nd, Aaron Adcock. 23rd, Joaquin Meza. 24th, Josh Smith. 25th, Matt Telder. 26th, Justin Ray. 27th, Mickey Isaac. And 28th, Cameron Combs rounds out your field. Boy, we got a big field here tonight, so we're going to jump right into it. Get ready to go green as Jonah Colbert going to lead us down to the green flag. Tonight ends the regular season for the Send It Cup Series. Jonah Colbert trying to take home the regular season championship as we get ready to start the playoffs. But we're getting ready to get this thing rolling as a Ratchet Speed Shop 200. We watch Jonah Colbert come down, take the green flag. And green flag is out. We're underway. As we go down into turn one, Jonah pulls away just a little bit tonight. We've got some new paint schemes. Got a little purple and green scheme there. Kinder Farm Ranch Ratchet Speed Shop machine. As you see him fight for second place, Garrett Kinder over Michael Kosick. So we'll see how these cars go tonight. Talk to a few people. It looks like going to be a little tight tonight as we a little bit cooler track. The setup may be kind of tailored for a day race. So we'll see how these guys are able to manage that and see if they can make it work. But so far, so good. Lap 2. Jonah Colbert starting to scoot away. That's bad for everybody else. Is Kosick able to take over that second place over the 13? And they get single file as they look forward to that 31 machine. Garrett Kinder going to go down to the inside. Kosick looks like he is pretty much going to run that top line. As we watch from the back bumper of this battle for second place. But a big field here tonight. 28 drivers here at Charlotte to try to take home this victory. As we check back here on the 84 of Jesse Necula, who's setting the fastest lap on the track right now, running in 6th place. Started there, but he's got Steve Loving all over the back bumper. As we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. Going to try some things. This is, we like to have fun here, play around with some things, try to find some things we can use later to make it a little bit fun. So we're going to have an onboard POV that I'll use pull up every once in a while that will show Jonah Colbert's in-car camera. So a little picture-in-picture for you, and we'll fiddle with it and see how it goes. But that way you can see what's going on with the leader. We'll do some different things with this, but tonight it's just going to be Jonah's POV, so we'll be able to watch to see what he's doing while we watch the rest of the action. He has got nothing but clear space out in front of him as he is setting the pace. But we'll fiddle around with that, see how that looks. Hopefully it won't be too intrusive and give you a little idea of what Jonah's doing up there as he leads this race. But Garrett Kinder able to take over that second place, so he's looking to try to run down the 31. Jonah not getting away just yet, so. But so far, the top 10 looking really, really racy. It looks like the draft playing a big effect here. It's going to be a little bit tighter, so you're going to really have to work that throttle, work the, just kind of manage those tires, but also, make sure that you don't get into a situation where it gets too tight. But clean air is going to mean everything. Jonah Colbert's got that right now. People are going to be fighting for it. But we got 200 laps here tonight. Probably got about six set of tires like normal in the pit. So plenty of tires if we come back down pit road. Should have plenty to deal with here. So we watch this battle between the 47 of Josh Smith and Josh Lokovitz. I really like that NOS scheme that Josh Smith has, that 47 car. That's a good looking scheme there. Of course, I'm a sucker for orange, so that'll get me just about every time. We got quite a few people racing. Got Harry Burkhalter with a bum foot, man. Broke his foot. He's out here racing. I don't know if that's a testament to how good of a driver Eric is, or how tough he is, or just how easy these cars are to drive. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be the former. Right now he's got Justin Ray all over the back bumper of him. Justin Ray, one of those guys I would expect to see towards the front as the race goes on. 200 laps is a long time. We hope that it's going to be green flag racing, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see what how it plays out. Looks like you're able to be a little bit racy. Guys been able to run side by side. We saw Garrett Kinder and Michael Kostick, but look, Jonathan Cofield got a little bit of pep in his step after winning the ARCA race last night, has moved his way up into third place and is starting to get on the back bumper of the 13 of Garrett Kinder, who has started to run down Jonah Colbert just a little bit. So far, so good. It looks like we'll see how the tires work out. The fuel run is going to be anywhere between 62 and 65 laps, give or take. So we'll see how that, who decides to come in early. Keep an eye on that, as that means we're going to at least make 3 pit stops tonight for fuel. So we'll be watching that tonight. Get a little. Hey, it's the Ratchet Speed Shop, so we're gonna get a little ratchet here as we try to get this labeled. So if you're watching, you'll know what you're looking at down here. Try to find a good spot for it, as this is really taken away from the action. But it is what it is. Y'all just have to deal with it as we play around with some stuff. Try to learn some things, makes it better down the road when we can try something else. Maybe have somebody also watching a TV camera, have a couple different cams that we can slideshow through. That way you can see different angles. So right now it's going to be Jonah Colbert's POV as he is leading this race. Let's go back through the field. Let's find some folks that maybe we haven't mentioned yet. Fry Hubbard, Chuck Pegleg here running nose to tail right behind Daniel D. Cunningham. Sort of a little 4-car draft. It's hard to say. It may be draft may be a thing here. It seems like it definitely helps. You've got the top 5 kind of running together as a unit, and then you got little clumps of cars here and there. You can definitely see, you can hear the throttle fry as he is behind the 54 machine here. Definitely losing the front end as the 54 is just taking all of the downforce. You might see some guys try to take that top line, but here at Charlotte, the top line will work. It just depends on how tight the bottom is. If you get really, really tight, you can kind of move up the track a little bit. But Charlotte, most of the time, the bottom line is going to be the most important. You can just hear just a lot of off throttle time. You can definitely see him pushing up a little bit. Definitely a tight race car, but he is all over the back bumper of Daniel. Going to look down to the inside, maybe try to get that position away from him. Right behind them, though, Steve McDonald, Ryan Huff fighting it out for the 12th position. Right behind them is our biggest mover at the moment, which is Josh Smith in that NOS Energy 47 machine. These guys battling out. Josh Smith goes around on the high side of Stephen McDonald. Josh, no surprise there that he is pretty quick as he's got a big run here down on the front straightaway. Going to go underneath of the 73. Very, very tight off the corner. 47 having to put a lot of wheel into it, not able to clear him. 73 able to make that top side work. I think we'll see more and more of that as guys start to jump up there. The one thing that the high line will allow for is talk about getting that air off the front end of these cars, making them even tighter, making that front end want to sail off towards the wall. If you get up in that high line, you get that aerodynamic downforce on the front of the car, and it'll help it turn a little bit. So you might see guys try that and get that nose out in some clean air. Ooh, Josh Smith gets a little bit loose there, and he is going to end up losing the battle and also the spot to Stephen McDonald, who goes back around him. So loses all that momentum, has to have to get that thing wound back up. Check back here. Got a battle between Cameron Combs, who started at the very back. Matt Tilder right in front of him in that purple car, purple number 2. Justin Ray leading this little pack right here. These guys have made up a lot of positions. All these guys kind of starting in the back. Trying to make their way. Josh Smith right in front of them has moved up 10 spots. Josh Lokovitz in 15th. He has moved up 4. Justin Ray in the 38. He has moved up 10. Telder has moved up 8. Cameron Combs moved up 10. So these guys really really making a lot of moves. We saw Cindy Taylor there in the 06 car, that little Caesars machine, getting to the wall a little bit. See a little bit of that right side damage as she is working that top side. Let's go back up front. Is Cofield, it is bottled up here for second place. Would imagine when they see Jonah head off into the distance, you look down to that bottom right of the screen, you see the POV of Jonah as he has got nothing but clear skies. See how he's getting down on the apron. I mean, basically, it looks like his left front tire is under that blue and white line, and I think that's what you have to do to be successful. It's easier said than done, especially when you're running a pack. You see Cofield up off that white line. And I can't tell if he's holding these guys up or if they're all just trying to stay in a draft. But Jonah definitely taking advantage of that. Looks like Garrett Kinder may have heard me. He's going to jump down to the bottom side. Should be able to clear him. Not real sure. Not able to clear him just yet. Cofield not a huge run there. And he's going to probably get shuffled back here. In these type of situations where the car is really tight, and it's a draft is it's not a Talladega Daytona type draft, but it definitely helps to stay in line because it can take a while to pass somebody. So if you get under them and they fight back on the outside, or they're constantly trying to swap back and forth, what you can do is really hurt yours and the driver you're facing speed, and can actually slow both of you down. And so these guys definitely felt like Cofield maybe was holding them up just a little bit, but you kind of have to work together to try to run down the 31. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with that as we get further and further in this run. So about halfway through a fuel run at this point, a little under halfway, but so far Jonah Colbert doing what he's done all season. And kind of setting sail. It's just so important to get that pole position. Jonah definitely a fantastic driver. Known him for quite a while. He joined iRacing about a year and a half ago, and has done nothing but improve, and has become an extremely, extremely fast race car driver. Has quite a few championships under his belt at this point. When he shows up, it's going to be a tough outing for most folks. We see Cofield and Costa trying to swap positions. Cofield getting past, and he's trying to fight back, but Costa not willing to relent. Does have to check up just a little bit there, and that is going to open the door for Cofield. We'll see if he's able to get it going down in that corner. He is, so. As we are on board with Michael Kosick. Michael is he's an extremely clean driver. He's very fast, but one thing he definitely can do better than anybody else is protect his car and his tires. He can save tires better than anybody. We race around him a lot in the Xfinity Series, and he definitely has that longer in speed. He can he'll kind of snooker. You think, oh man, he's kind of slowing me up when you get around him, and the next thing you know, 20 laps later, he's driving right by you. So I expect to see a little bit of that as he is keeping these guys in tow. But would expect to see him make his way through this group as these tires really start to wear out and start to get a little bit separated. But another man on the mission, man, is Jamie Mullins. He has moved up through this little group and finds himself leading it now as he passes Garrett Kinder for second place. Yeah, Kevin, I mean, it's been some really good racing. Kevin Kinder in chat says, I'm surprised he's been green so far. And it's definitely been some clean racing out here. Let's go back and check this battle between Fry Hubbard and Steve Loving. This is the group behind that front group there. Jesse Necula starting to pull away from these guys as they run side by side. And you just see how hard it is to pass. Whenever the car is tight like this, you really have to use the track off the corner. And when there's a car there, you're not able to. And you have to put more wheel into it, which scrubs more speed off, or you have to lift. And it just kills all of your momentum. As you can definitely see that maybe Fry's a little bit faster, but just not able to complete that pass. And it can make for a frustrating race. Now, I do want to highlight some things now that we can look at someone's actual point of view there down on the bottom right as we watch this battle here for 7th place. But I want to point out, if you're maybe kind of a newer driver, wondering what some things are going on. Of course, he's got his sim racing apps down there that tells him some things. Just gives him a nice, cleaner look at his gas, his RPMs, some different things that he can look at down there at the bottom. But what I want to kind of show is the delta bar that he's using. So he's got it. You might not be able to read it, but down there at the bottom, he's got it set for session last lap. And what he's doing is just trying to match his lap times every lap. So he's trying to be as consistent as possible, and that is so important, especially here when you're trying to pull away from a group of drivers. It's so important that you are extremely consistent and run similar lap times every lap. Because if you don't, if you're, let's say you're running really fast lap times, you may be running faster than Jonah, but you run a let's say Jonah's running a 31.5, and you run a 31.3, and then you run a 31.7, and then you run a 31.4 and a 31.8. Over time, you're going to be slower. So what he's trying to do with that delta bar that you see that's now 0.15 and shows green, red, just means that he is faster up on his last lap. So what he's trying to do is just trying to be as consistent as possible, especially on this long green flag run. Get into a rhythm and stick to it. And you see he's just not coming off the bottom. Looks like he's on the apron basically, but he has just got those left side tires as close as he can to the apron because that's the fastest way around. You'll see guys having about a half a car length off the bottom, and that will definitely be a lot slower. You see these guys taking sort of an arc, and you see how Fry is in the middle of the corner, up off the apron a little bit, and you'll also see him kind of go out to the wall. And one thing that you'll notice with Jonah is he's coming off low for the most part, taking the shortest way around. But anyway, cool little insight there, especially just so happen to have the leader point of view, which is pretty neat. Let's go back and check some of these other battles out as we go back here to Joaquin Meza. Speaking of Joaquin Meza, I don't know what he has. He's got Pimax maybe as a sponsor. If we go up here to Jesse Necula, you'll see simstandings.com. Be on the lookout for that. Joaquin is the author of this and the owner of this website, as he's battling Eric Burkhalter for 21st. But he's the one who, whenever I do these standings, these are live standings here of the point standings. These update live, so as soon as the race is over, I'm able to pull this up and it will update the point standings without me having to do anything. And you see Jonah Colbert on the top side, or on the point here for the regular season points. Pretty much got it wrapped up, not completely, as we got enough drivers here it can go bad, but this is simstandings.com. This is Joaquin's deal here, and he, man, does a great job. Really, really cool thing. Can't really find that anywhere else that does live standings. Pretty cool deal, man. He's like a wizard. So, but he's having a good race, up 2 spots from where he started. Having a nice, quiet race. Gonna on the back bumper of Eric Burkhalter, trying to make his way towards the top 15. We see Jonah starting to run up on some lap traffic here. That'll definitely change the Greg Froelich going to go a lap down. That definitely changes the air of his car. You know, you have to be careful. Have to change your line a little bit. But Greg Froelich gets up out of the way. Now, Josh Smith, it looks like he has already made a pit stop. So Josh Smith with a little early pit stop here. He is currently a lap down. So trying a little bit of strategy here to short pit. Yeah, If he does that, let me do the math real quick in my head. He pitted on lap 41. If you can go about 62 laps, that's still going to put you... That's still going to put you at 3 stops, I believe. I mean, just right at it. So, definitely not a bad thing to try to get up and make up a couple spots, as he will be a whole lot faster than everybody else. He is currently lapping about a second and a half faster than anybody else on the track. And you see some other folks starting to pick up on that and decide to come down pit road. You see Cameron Combs here coming in to make his pit stop. And we already have Jason Lottridge here as well. So Jason Lottridge finishing up his pit stop. So a good way of making up some track position. So definitely a little bit of a strategy call. Come in and get those tires and be able to make use of them, as Josh is going to be so much faster than everybody else right now. Just going to be able to really cut into any kind of deficit he had when everybody else comes down pit road. The risk that you run, though, doing this, if a caution comes out, you are in trouble. So pitting that early, knowing that everybody can go 62 to 65 laps on a tank of fuel. Going to have to be paying attention to that. You really hope that a caution doesn't come out. Steve Loving going to come down. He's running about 7th or 8th. Going to give up that spot, come down early. Cofield finally has settled. We saw him drop back to the back of this pack, but it looks like he has kind of settled down and gotten himself back up into second place, as these other drivers have kind of fallen off a little bit. I said something about Costa, about how he was able to really be a good long run driver. And it looks like he may have used his stuff up a little bit. Now, we saw him running the high line a little bit, and one thing I can tell you is that if you have a tight race car and you run the high line, it can really hurt you, as running that high side, at least right now, it really hurts the right front. Puts a lot more pressure, heats up that right front, and just wears it out even faster than it already is. Got more takers on pit road. Matt Telder coming down to get his stop. Eric Burkhalter as well. And Jonah Colbert, your leader, coming down pit road. He gives up the lead. That's going to bring pretty much everybody else in almost immediately, because you cannot let him come down and give him 2 or 3 laps, as old Fry Hubbard gets a little bit squirrely coming down pit road. Hopefully he was able to get slowed down to the pit speed, which I would assume is about 45 miles an hour. But see him come in and stop in his pit stall. And we'll see if anybody who stopped about 10 laps earlier, how much time they were able to make up on these leaders. Because we saw, like I said, Josh Smith come down pretty early. So I don't know if he had trouble, as he is coming off of turn 4 now. Let's see if he's able to run any of the guys down if they have to use. Oh, and Fry Hubbard, can't find him. Fry Hubbard was loose coming off of pit road. Actually was in the grass, able to hang on to it, but that's going to definitely hurt him when it comes to time on pit and off pits. That's going to put him behind the 8 ball quite a bit. He will definitely be looking for a caution. So we got a lot of folks on pit road now. Pretty much everybody else who is yet to pit after Jonah. Once the leader comes down, that pretty much seals the deal for everybody else. You may have a couple drivers who will stay out and hope for a caution. Like I said, they can go about 10 more laps on fuel, so they might do a different strategy. You saw Josh Smith pit a little bit early to try to get those fresh tires and make up some time. Then you saw Jonah and the rest of the field come down at maybe a normal time, and then you might see some guys like right now, Jesse Necula, Justin Ray, Joaquin Meza, Brandon Wallace, and Mickey Isaac going to stay out and maybe try to hope for a caution, as right now Jonah is clocked a lap down in 6th place. So caution comes out now. Be really, really good for these guys that are out front. Like Greg Froelich having some sort of issue down on the apron. Able to get it back going. So your leader right now, Jesse Nekula. Now, like I said, he's on a different tire strategy, trying to stretch it out a little bit, hope for a caution. If a caution doesn't come out, it's going to be tough because he's losing so much time right now. But caution does come out, man, they are in great shape. So we'll see how long they're willing to do it. You see Jonah Colbert right behind him, getting ready to unlap himself. And if you're just joining us, welcome to the Ratchet Speed Shop 200 here on Intensity Broadcasting. If you hadn't, take a moment, man, and go to their store, Intensity Broadcasting. Look at the link down here at the bottom. And check out their store, man. They got some merchandise. Is Jesse Nekula going to give up the lead, come down pit road, and get that simstandings.com 84 machine. Some fresh tires. But like I was saying, go down, check that store out. Definitely check out some of their merch. Definitely helps them out. Helps them they run pretty much every night of the week. So but that's going to turn the lead over to Justin Ray, who Justin Ray, Brandon Wallace, Mickey Isaac have yet to make their pit stops. So the last 3 drivers, you see this guy's flying right by them as they are, like I said, about, some cases, almost a second and a half slower than everybody else on track on these old tires. As you watch down on the bottom is Jonah Colbert slicing through this lap traffic. Once these 3 pit, he will assume the lead as Justin Ray is coming down pit road. Oh, man, he was really, really fast on entry. I'm not sure that he was under the pit speed limit. So I think the stewards are going to get him there, but we'll see. He comes down pit road. That turns over the lead to Brandon Wallace in the Sunoco 99 machine. And right behind him, Mickey Isaac. So battle for the lead here. Looks like they're going to just stretch it as long as they possibly can. We got a battle for the lead, y'all. Mickey Isaac trying to take over the top spot. Brandon Wallace fighting it off. Lord of mercy. But I would imagine they're going to come down pit road any lap as they have crossed over that 60 lap mark. Fuel has got to be pretty low. Once they do, that will turn over the lead, and Justin Ray back down pit road, so he definitely had a speeding penalty, too fast on entry, as he is sitting there serving that penalty. It should be a 40-second hold, I would imagine. I really don't know exactly what the penalty is for that, but it's definitely a yeah, it looks like he was on pit road for quite a while, so that's really bad news for him. He was just a little bit too hot coming on the pit road. Mickey Isaac able to get around Brandon Wallace, so that's going to put him up into the top spot in that 0-1 National Guard car. He's getting swallowed up by these drivers with the fresher tires. Mickey Isaac out there on 63 lap old tires now. We look up here, Aaron Adcock Po-Man Motorsports had talked about him tonight, but him and Chuck Pegleg Phelps fighting it out there for 14th. Aaron has made his way up into 14th position. Rebel Racing Network is going to be broadcasting the Apex. Of course, Aaron Adcock is the commissioner, owner of Apex Apex E-Series Showdown on Thursday nights, a little truck series. A lot of great guys. A lot of fun. Raced in it last season. Going to be broadcasting this next season. And caution's out. Caution out for Cameron Combs. Cameron Combs is spinning down the front stretch. And, hey, look, if you're Mickey Isaac and Brandon Wallace, that worked out perfect for you. So strategy call worked out good for Mickey Isaac, Brandon Wallace. They're going to have to get down pit road probably as soon as possible so they don't run out of gas. But good call there, staying out. It worked out in their favor. Let's go back and see what happened to Cameron Combs. Comes off the corner and just getting loose and, man, really tail slaps that outside wall. Luckily, everybody able to avoid him. So, first caution of the night on lap 65. Oh, my goodness. Greg Froelich, where are you going, brother? Greg Froelich coming in hot there with the pace car. Well, I tell you what, like I said, Mickey Isaac, all these guys, Mickey Isaac, Brandon Wallace, man, with a great strategy call. Everybody else is going to have to come down pit road. It's been too many laps. I don't think you stay out, but Jonah does. I guess that's why I'm in the booth. Everybody else is going to come down pit road. Jonah Colbert staying out on pit, staying out on track. So is Garrett Kinder, Michael Costa, Daniel D. Cunningham. But you'll see Brandon Wallace, of course, Jonathan Cofield come down pit road, Jamie Mullins, Steve Loving, big group of drivers on pit road. So I expected to see everybody, but we got a few drivers who stayed out on track. Didn't feel like that 10, 15 laps was enough. I think eventually what I'll do with this little POV thing, I think there's a way to have a sort of a grid set up, have quite a few people in a channel and have them all stream their cockpit and be able to swap between different drivers. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Look pretty interesting to see while being able to watch maybe a TV broadcast, be able to see somebody's POV along with their webcam and stuff. That way we can swap between some different drivers. Have a little split screen going on. We do have the 2 to green on lap 67 to 200, so not quite halfway, so we got a long way to go. Well, we will go through the running order real quick as Jonah Colbert, Garrett Kinder, Michael Kostick, Daniel D. Cunningham, Christopher Heiner, your top 5. After that, it's Aaron Adcock, Chuck Pegleg Phelps, Mickey Isaac, Brandon Wallace on that strategy call there, able to pick up the 8th and 9th spot. And then 10th is Steve Loving, Josh Smith. After pitting as early as he did, he's going to be up into the 11th spot. 12th is Jamie Mullins. We saw him running up front. Not really sure what happened to him, but he's dropped back to 12th. Jesse Necula, running 13th. Steve McDonald, 14th. Cindy Taylor, 15th. Jonathan Cofield, not real sure what happened to him either in that cycle, but he is running 16th. He was up there running in second place. I think I saw a little bit of damage on his car, so he may have gotten the wall a little bit at some point. Fry Hubbard running in 17th. Matt Telder, 18th. Joaquin Meza, 19th. Brandon Pollock, 20th. Josh Lokenvitz, 21st. Jason Lottridge, 22nd. Greg Froenig, 23rd. Eric Burkhalter, 24th. Justin Ray with that penalty is running 25th, multiple laps down. And Tyler Rice and Ryan Huff running 27th and 28th. Well, all right, we have the 1 to green, so we're going to get ready to get this thing back underway. Got a long way to go as here in the Syndicate Cup Series on the Saturday nights, we run a 50% race length, so they run 400 laps here in real life, so we're running 200, so it's going to be a little bit longer than normal. As 400 laps is the Coca-Cola 600 length. So this will be the longest race of the season. But pace car coming off. Jonah Colbert going to lead us down to the green flag. And has control of this restart. Going to get a pretty decent jump. Daniel Cunningham actually gets a really nice jump there with Garrett Kinder behind him. Those three had a really, really good restart. So here at this point in the race, this is where you take all of that you've learned over those first 65 laps or so, and you apply it and say, okay, I learned that this doesn't work. I learned that running this line did this to my tire wear, so I need to change it up, do a little bit different. I saw what this guy's doing. We'll try to copy him, and so you get sort of a little reset, almost like a little stage break. But got a nice little battle back here. Chuck Phelps trying to get around Mickey Isaac. Is able to do that. Mickey kind of stuck up on that outside line as Josh Smith's going to get up under him. Josh gets a little bit loose off the corner, but still going to have position on him going into turn 3. Mickey Isaac with a great strategy call. Up 17 spots from where he started. Falling back just a little bit, but still way ahead where he was. As Josh Smith in that 47 car able to get around Chuck. As far as I can tell, Josh Smith going to be a player here at the end. If we get a couple more cautions, I'm not sure he can drive up through this crew really fast, especially if they don't race each other. He can definitely stay with them, but he's going to have to use up quite a bit of his car to get around him, get around these drivers, but he's definitely one of the faster cars on the track. So I would expect to see him. Keeps his car clean. We see him kind of hanging the rear end off the corners a little bit, hanging it out. Aaron gets a little bit squirrely off the corner. Steve Loving able to get a nice run on the top side. Steve Loving going to have that momentum, make the pass on the outside, and we have a battle for maybe the lead here as Garrett Kinder was kind of looking to the inside. Maybe thinks better of it, jumps back in line. He may not have been looking at all. Sometimes I do that just so I can see the corner, as we'll go on the nose of Garrett Kinder. See how he's definitely see he's got a run here. And playing it smart. Definitely had a run, but it doesn't mean you have to take it. So he is content with just riding here behind the 31 machine, trying to maybe get a little bit of breakaway from the guys behind him. tell you what, Steve Loving ain't playing around, man. He has got the fresher tires, and you're starting to see some of these guys are going to wish that they had come down pit road. We have plenty of tires in the pits, and Steve Loving, you wonder why he was able to pass like he was on the outside. Well, he has 15 lap fresher tires than these drivers, and he is moving. Ooh, that 27 we're gonna be maybe almost 3 wide here for second place. As those 4 tires are looking nice. Daniel Cunningham gonna have to concede that position, and it looks like you could definitely tell the center of the corner speed that the 27 has is just outrageous. Josh Smith and the next driver on new tires. So these guys are really slicing and dicing this field as the 27 all over the back bumper of Garrett Kinder going into turn 1. Going to get a run here. He's going to try to go to the bottom or top. Try to get a run on the bottom here. Not quite able to make that pass just yet. See Cofield, Mullins, these guys making their way towards the front. So interesting call to see these guys stay out on old tires. They may start to regret that as these guys are running them down with ease. See Steve Loving working that top side. Looking down to the inside of Jonah. Jonah's going to kind of give him the bottom, and Steve Loving going to take the lead. If you're Jonah, Garrett, those guys, you're probably kicking yourself. Man, why did we not come down pit road? And Josh Smith on the outside, kind of going to get bottled up by these 2 drivers being side by side. Steve Loving loving that. Because I could have said Steve loving that because they are bottling Josh up. And Steve going to get to drive away from this group. Josh Smith, man, he is rolling with those new tires. Jamie Mullins on new tires as well. Jonathan Cofield. So this is going bad to worse here for your leader. As you watch down on the bottom right part of your screen is Jonah getting passed on the outside from these guys. Pretty wild little race here, man. My goodness, it is picked up here after that pit stop. Steve Loving, and now your leader as Josh Smith and Jamie Mullins trying to track him down. Crossover lap 80, 200, still a long way to go. So if you're Jonah, Garrett, Daniel Cunningham, definitely don't have too much to worry about. You know, if you're Jonah, you hate to give up that track position. Being out front, man, such a huge advantage. But he is definitely fast enough to go back up there and take it once they able to go in and get some new tires. Of course, after a little bit of time, the new off these tires will wear off and they'll plateau out and they will start to equalize, assuming, you know, they were driving pretty hard to get up through the field. So you might see these guys start to reel them back in later, but man, we've got a big old battle here up for the front. 4-car battle. As these guys get racy up here. Josh Smith making that outside work. It didn't work there as he's going to lose a couple spots doing that. But these guys trade blows. They're not working together at all as they are trying to position themselves, bringing that 31 right back to them. But Jamie Mullins all over the back bumper of Steve Loving. He's going to go down to the inside. Steve Loving's going to drive down on the door, try to hold him down. Jamie Mullins kind of squeezing up a little bit. Cofield thought about maybe making it 3 wide, but not able to do it. And you see how it's slowing them down. We've got a 7-car battle here for the lead as these guys are fighting like hell. It's only lap 84, 200. And you see Jonah, man, he is right there in the tornado. You know, he's from Oklahoma. He's definitely used to being in the eye of the storm, and that's exactly where he's at. As it almost looks like a dang tandem draft here. Jesse Neckley going to get a run on the outside of Jonah. Just nowhere to go right now. Steve Loving able to retain the lead. Battling off the 47. 47 is going to fight back. Jamie Mullins going to get a big run. They're going to touch. Jamie Mullins goes down to the low side. Jonathan Cofield going to have to back off. They're 3 wide. Jonah in on the outside. Cofield in the middle. Woo, that was close. Boy, I tell you what, pucker butt for sure there. As that was a fantastic move as Jonah taking advantage of these guys racing. He doesn't care they got fresher tires. He's going to go down there and try to take this lead back. These guys have been really battling, and this has been a blast to watch. It's Cofield. Oh, no. Cofield and Mullins get together. Cofield going through the tri-oval, able to keep it going, but they get together. Jamie Mullins able to get back on track. They settle in, but Cofield just falling like a rock there as he's trying to get back on track right in front of Mickey Isaac. Let's go back and see what happened there as we were kind of watching it. Just missed it. Let's back it up and see. They just kind of come off the corner. Yeah, it looks like Cofield just gets real tight there and is trying to keep it off the wall. He gets right into Jamie Mullins. Jamie Mullins actually goes for a ride through the infield grass. But that was a scary moment there. But we stay green. Hate to harp on it too much. And, man, look at this battle. This next gen car is putting on a show here as they have pretty much drawn in everybody else behind them. You've got Matt Telder, who's made his way up to the front. Josh Smith. You've got Jesse Necula, Garrett Kinder. As this is a battle. Kevin Kinder, Charles Stevens, I don't think they know that they've got more than 100 laps to go. They got 110 laps to go here as Josh Smith way out of the groove, going to get up to the wall, getting tight. Oh, and Matt Telder just comes down and clears himself across the 84. Definitely was not clear there, but Jesse Necula able to hang on to it. As Telder was just trying to miss Josh. He gets a little bit tight. But, man, look at Jonah Colbert. As you're watching from his POV, you've been able to see all the action from his in-car. He's put on some moves there, taking advantage of these guys racing hard. And he is running down the leader who has 15-lap fresher tires than he does. And he is all over the back bumper of Steve Loving. Steve Loving definitely... Oh, and Jonah's going to get to the back end of him. They're able to hang on to it a little bit. Steve going through the, oh my goodness, that's going to bottle everything up. My goodness, that was a close call. They're able to hang on to it, so move the leader. Oh my goodness, and man, what is everybody doing? They're able to save it again. My God. Everybody's racing like it's the last lap. My goodness. Steve Loving driving into the corner, getting really tight. And you see Jonah, not really sure what happened between that. You could see the POV. I'm not watching it. Not really sure what happened between him and Steve. I don't know if Steve was just getting tight and Jonah just gets into the back of him. But they were able to save it. So hell of a drive by a lot of these guys. As I'm just baffled that we haven't seen a wreck. I hate to turn away and go back and see what happened there, but because racing up front is just unbelievable. Fry Hubbard goes up and takes the lead through all that mess. As good grief. Feel like we're racing the new Atlanta. We are side by side. 2 by 2 by 2. As Fry Hubbard goes up there and takes the lead. Fry Hubbard has been running in about the 12th position all race long, but has settled here, able to get through all that mess. Oh, and Daniel D. Cunningham spinning in the inside wall. Got another wreck as Christopher Heiner goes into the outside wall, gets into Justin Ray, and got more drivers flying in. As Christopher Heiner, big wreck here as we are under caution. My goodness. Well, everybody's going to come down and get tires now, I can almost guarantee you. No doubt about that. Let's go back and see what happened to Daniel D. Cunningham. Oh, he gets into the back of Jamie Mullins and ends up paying the price for that as he gets into that inside wall hard. My goodness, what is going on here? Well, anyway, pit road is wide open. My goodness, it was hard to keep up with everything that was going on there. That was wild as Jonah was almost making his way back up to the lead. Gets into Steve Loving, and man, that really opened the floodgates of just a lot of racing as you had about 8 cars there in the pack for the lead. And it just kept getting wilder and wilder. 4 or 5 saves during that time, and you knew the levee was going to break at some point. So Josh Smith going to win the battle off pit road with his 4-tire stop. Got a few drivers here working on their cars. No fast repairs in this series. So if you get caught into an accident, maybe that's why guys are more willing to lift a little bit longer and take it a little bit easy. But you'll see here Michael Costa about 38 seconds on pit road getting some damage fixed. Jonathan Cofield sitting on pit road. Christopher Heiner involved in an incident. Joaquin Meza, Mickey Isaac, Josh Lokovitz all involved. And they are trying to get some of that damage fixed, so no fast repairs. So you can't lean on that. Can't keep your foot in it, run into somebody, be able to make it to the end of the race. So maybe why you see guys checking up, allowing guys to get their cars going back straight. But Josh Smith, your new leader, was up front there battling with those fresh tires. Was able to get up to second a few times, drop back, and was just really battling it out, trying to position himself, able to miss a lot of that action, and comes down pit road, comes out first. Well, if you're watching this and that's not exciting, I don't know what to tell you, as these guys have really turned up the intensity for this race, which is the final race of the regular season. And we'll pull up the championship standings as it sits. And you see the top 16 will make it into the playoffs. And so folks like Justin Ray sitting there in 15th, they are all pretty much good. Ryan Huff, who is not in the race. Oh, he is in the race. He is. Where is he? Well, he was in the race, but he's not actually driving. So I'm not sure if he scored a lap or not. He did. Maybe he was caught up in an accident. Not sure. But he'll get some points, but looks like everybody else behind him is pretty much out of the ability to point their way in. But this is unofficial, so we'll see if anybody's able to make their way in. But you can definitely tell some people have missed a few races, and that playoff cutoff spot is pretty big gaps there. Well, all right. Well, watch there on the bottom right of the screen and see Jonah's POV for this restart as he will be starting in the 5th position. Not quite sure why he's on the outside, but maybe I'm missing something here. Oh, it's just It's just messing with me. He's actually running 6th. But Josh Smith's going to lead us down to green as we're almost halfway. Jesse Nekula will be on his outside, and all tires are going to be equal now. We'll see who has got what. As they weren't messing around last run. Josh Smith with a really good restart. So does Jesse Nekula. Those guys are teammates, so they get a good start. Steve Loving going to look up to the high side. Garrett Kinder, though, coming to the inside. Going to make it 3 wide. Jonah Colbert going to go with him. So 3 wide for second place is Jonah Colbert all over the back bumper of the 13 machine. Steve Loving, though, going to the outside of Josh Smith, trying to pass for the lead, but has to get out of it. As Jesse Nekula gets a really, really loose there. Jonah Colbert all over his back bumper as he's going to go to the outside and try to mimic what Steve Loving was able to do. But you see, got a battle here for first place as Garrett Kinder starting to make a move on Josh Smith for the lead. Goes down to the inside in 3 and 4. Is going to have position. And Josh Smith maybe trying to get down to the bottom, but can't because Steve Loving is there. So he's not able to jump down to the bottom and try maybe a crossover. Oh, Fry Hubbard going through the grass. He gets a little bit of air time as he is going through the grass. Going to come back up in front of the field. But we stay green. No caution. Let's go back up front as we got... My goodness, I don't know. I need a little bit more caffeine. Should have thrown on a pot of coffee before this race. I did not expect it to be as exciting as it is, and I hate it for everybody who is outside this front group. But, man, this is just way too exciting to turn away. If they calm down, we'll jump back and see what's going on behind this group. But, man, these guys are racing like there's money on the line for halfway. My goodness. Oh, man. Josh Smith tried to close the door there. You see Jonah able to get through the middle of the corner just so much better than him. And they do a good job of staying off each other, but it was a very tight fit there. But move Jonah up to 3rd place. He's got a huge run here off the corner. Steve Loving. Oh, it gets a little bit close to the wall there. Oh, we got a big wreck here. Josh Smith can't get him. Oh, Brandon Wallace is going to get a piece of that as he is spinning and caution is out. Josh Smith up here battling for the lead, led this last restart, and he is currently sitting at the top of the track with a blown motor, and that's going to be the end of his day, man. I hate to see that. Had such a good run, come all the way from the back, was leading. Let's go back and see from the Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind what exactly happened to him. Oh, these are teammates, too. Coming off the corner and just not real sure what was happening there. I believe these guys are teammates. And Josh Smith just comes down off the wall and just kept coming down. Like I said, I'm not real sure what's going on there. And they get connected, and once that happens, the 47 just goes right into the inside wall. And Brandon Wallace here, pow! Just nowhere to go. Let's go on board with Brandon Wallace. See what that looked like from his point of view. He saw him wrecking down there. Kept his foot in it, thought maybe he'd get around it. And had to pay the piper for not slowing down. He gets into that one, so. Well, back live here on lap 104 of 200, just over halfway. And nobody electing to pit, which makes sense. They just came down pit road on lap 94. Not exactly enough laps to, we saw 15 lap tires make a pretty big difference. But we're just over halfway. And so we've got guys who are on their third set of tires, and I believe you only have 5 or 6. I could probably try to find that out. So let me go dark for just a second, and let me find that out for you, and that way I can let you know. All right, and we are back. So they have 5 in the pit, so the 6 in total. The one that they start on and 5 extra. So you're looking at Garrett Kinder, who has pitted twice, so he has used 2 of his 5. So he has 3 more sets to go another halfway. You've got some guys who are already halfway. Steve Loving, Matt Telder, Cindy Taylor. Quite a few drivers who have taken their third set. So that means they only have 3 left. So they have to be careful. Got some guys, that's why they're staying out here to conserve. But you got to be careful. 6 sets is a lot, but 200 laps, this long, extremely long race. You need to conserve those sets of tires. That way you have something at the end, because you use your tires early and get down to the end, there's a caution on lap 185, and you've got a set left in the pits. You're going to come down and take those because you already saw what new tires can do. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Because normally we have way too many sets of tires in the series. That's one thing about this, is they're usually long races. Griff, the commissioner, usually gives us a lot of leeway, no fast repair, so it gives you plenty of tires. But tonight, that little limit's going to be put to a test. You can't come down and get too many. You've got some guys who have pitted 4 times now. Jamie Mullins looks like he came down for just gas, maybe some repairs. Only in pits for about 6 seconds. Fry Hubbard, though, comes down pit road and definitely got his let's see, he's pitted 4 times, so it probably his 4th set of tires based on the time that he was in pit. So some guys already stretching those sets of tires out maybe a little bit too far. But Garrett Kinder, Ratchet, where you at? Kevin Kinder, Big K, where you at? Your boy's out front. And we're calling it the Ratchet Speed Shop 200. So I don't know where Ratchet is. Get him on the horn, get him on the computer. Of course, he can watch on his computer. He can watch on his smartphone, smart device. The lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get ready to go back green here with about 93 laps to go. So still a long time left in this race. Garrett going to lead them down to the green. Going to get a good restart here as the top 3 seem to be somehow timing it just right. I don't know how they're doing it. But Jonah going to be able to scoot through for 2nd place, so move him back up to 2nd place position after getting behind on a set of tires, and man, just had a whole beehive after him, and has been able to take care of that car, avoid some accidents, and is back in 2nd place, hunting this 13 car down. And you'll be able to watch from his POV as you see if he's trying to make a pass here. Is he going to try to ride behind the 13 machine? I would imagine they're going to try to work together a little bit. Try to scoot away from his field. Now, as far as tires go, Jamie Mullins is going to have the freshest set, assuming that he actually took tires. Like I said, I don't think he did. He did come down pit road, maybe just to get fuel only, as he only spent 6 seconds. Maybe 2 tires. I can't imagine you would take 2 tires, but he is fast enough. He could probably get to the field without coming down to get tires. Now, Hubbard would be the next person on fresh tires, but only about 9 laps fresher, so not too much. Won't make a huge difference here. Go back up front, this little 3-car breakaway, they are putting down some lap times, 30.1, 30.1, 30.0. That's 2/10 faster than anybody else on the track. So these guys working together, you can definitely tell, is starting to break away from the field just a little bit. And I say it a lot. I'll probably say it way too much, but man, there's just something about working together, even with your opponents at some of these tracks that are very aero dependent. As you know, if you can get guys to work together and just stay in line and not race you, you can really gap some folks and get away from the pack and kind of give yourself some breathing room for the race. Because you got Matt Telder, Michael Costa back here racing side by side for 4th and 5th. And they are just losing. They're about 5, 6, 7 tenths slower than these front 3. And one thing we don't normally get to do, if you watch the POV down at the bottom right, you get to see the throttle steering inputs as you see just a little bit of a brake as they go down the corner just to keep the car front end set, and then a little bit of throttle, and then about halfway through just getting on it as hard as you possibly can and trying to carry that speed down the straightaway. So a little bit of brake, getting it down to the very bottom, and then it's pretty much stomping as they both kind of get into the apron a little bit, as so does Kinder. And he's going to have to check up just a little bit, but pretty much just on the throttle as hard as you can once you get past that point. Whew. Let's go check on some guys. Cofield involved in a couple of incidents. Running in 10th place. Right in front of him is Josh Lokenvitz. Right behind him is the Little Caesars of Cindy Taylor. Up 9 spots from where she started. Having a pretty dang good run. Cindy has run the Jumpy Trucks on Tuesday nights. They run that little mini series, and then she is ran full time in the 87 series and had a really good season there. So good to see her kind of cross-pollinate a little bit in the other series. Of course, Jonah tonight put a sort of bounty on this race. Let me see if I can't find it right now. It'll mess up some POV. But put a little money on this race. I believe there's some money for a few things, and one of them I've got power over. Man, that's crazy. But there's a $5 award. Of course, we have the Smil Racing Design Best Paint of the Night, and so pretty much going to run simultaneously with that. But the Best Paint of the Night is going to win $5. So whoever that wins that award going to get $5 from Jonah Colbert. Put a little bit of money. There's also a Hard Charger award for somebody who puts down a lap time in qualifying, and whoever moves up through the field the most wins another $5. So we got some money on the line tonight. Nothing outrageous, but just a little carrot. As check out old Aaron Adcock here in that 23 Chevy Camaro. Starting to run down Mr. Caustic here. Go on board with him. This is a battle for 4th place. Gets a little bit tight there in 1 and 2 as he drives the car really deep into the corner. Has to sort of chase it up the racetrack a little bit. Takes it right down to the bottom as Cossack still running that high line in that Jack Daniels 26. Boy, that looks delicious, don't it? This guy's about 3 seconds back from the lead pack. Check back here with this battle between Matt Telder, Josh Lokovitz, Jonathan Cofield. It is a mess right here as you see Fry Hubbard on those what I would assume would be fresh tires, catching up to the back end of this pack. Don't look now. That Juice Fruit Big Red mashup is on the move. And he's trying to make that outside work and is going to be able to clear Matt Telder, who seems to be maybe a little bit of damage. Maybe some tires are worn out. But Fry Hubbard making some moves here as he gets to the back bumper of Josh Lokovitz. Looks like Aaron Adcock able to get around Michael Kostick for 4th place. So move him up to 4th. But now Kostick got the old peg leg all over. And right behind him, Jamie Mullins. So Kostick really working that high line, but it's just not working out for him. As looks like Fry was able to get around Josh Lokovitz. We are coming to lap 124 of 200. Watch down there in the POV, you can see the battle for the lead as looks like Jonah and Kinder really just kind of working together, trying to pull away. They've got sort of a gap over Steve Loving now, who has dropped back a little bit in 3rd place. He's about a second behind Jonah and Kinder. Then about 2 seconds behind him is Aaron Adcock, Michael Kostick, Jamie Mullins, Chuck Pegleg, and a couple seconds back to Fry Hubbard. Looks like Chuck wasn't able to complete the pass on Michael, and now Jamie Mullins is going to attempt. You see Kostick able to get he got a huge run off of that turn. Battle here between Mickey Isaac in that 01 and Joaquin Meza in the 92. And there is Eric Burkhalter. He is a lap down in 19th position. Joaquin is able to complete that pass and get past Mickey Isaac for 14th place. So move Joaquin up to 14th. Back to this, and I thought, of course, I don't know the tire situation exactly. I don't get to see if they actually took tires, but it looked like Fry did. But I was thinking maybe he'd pull away from this group, but he has not been able to, as Josh is going back to the inside of him, trying to reclaim that 8th position. So great battle here. This has been some hard racing here tonight. For such a long race, you'd think guys would be taking it easy, letting guys go, but that has not been the case. This car and this track has been extremely racy. I can only hope that the actual Cook 600 is like this. Ryan is able to hang on to that spot. Josh going to push up the track. Tilder's coming with a head of steam, going to get into the wall. Oh, man, he's really hurt that right front. That is going to probably hurt that car pretty bad. It was a pretty hard hit. He hit it pretty straight, but I think that's enough to knock your toe out just a little bit. Probably make it even harder to steer than it already was. Going back out front, Garrett Kinder, still your leader. Jonah Colbert not letting him get away, as these two have really pulled away from the pack. Of course, Jonah had a really nice lead early on in the race for that first caution. As they are coming up on the 99 of Brandon Wallace. We're still racing out back here. 68 is a lap down. These guys are battling while also lapping the 68 car. Check in on Aaron Adcock. Swapping around a lot, but there sure is a lot going on in this field, so trying to get as much of the action as I can and try to keep tabs on everybody who's moving forward. We're going to check this battle as it's heating up here. Fry Hubbard, Matt Telder. Man, Fry Hubbard is kind of going forward, backwards. I don't know if he hit the wall or what, but Schofield leading this little pack here, but they have been swapping back and forth. Cindy Taylor just been slowly making her way through this group, trying to be patient. To the inside of Josh Lukowitz. 06 car seems to be driving really good through the center of the corner. These guys start to, whoa, as soon as we say something, get a little contact with that 78 or 79 car, but able to save it, man. These drivers have been doing a great job. I don't know if they've changed something, or usually we've seen drivers overcorrecting into the wall a lot, but a lot of saves tonight. That was a close call. Well, from what I can tell, the damage on Telder's car is not really hurting him too bad. He's still able to run that high side and is doing a pretty dang good job of it. That car wound up and has been getting some good runs off the corner. Just don't really nowhere for him to go, as it's kind of maybe trying to go 3 wide here. Leans a little bit on that 79 car. Going to be close here. Fryhover gets really loose in that juicy fruit car. So missed the pass here. We'll go back and watch this. Missed the pass for 3rd place. We'll go back and watch that as Aaron Adcock gets to the inside. Really doesn't give Loving a choice as Brandon Wallace, they were trying to lap him, and Steve really had no choice but to let him by. And Steve gonna in danger of losing another spot as he was on the back bumper of the 2 leaders and really has fallen off here as he is fighting to stay in the top 5 as Jamie is trying to make the pass for 4th place. And all the while, Chuck Pegleg Felts running on the back end of these guys with Michael Costa in tow. This card track combo is definitely not disappointed as, man, Jamie Mullins got a huge run there on Steve. And Steve, you could definitely tell he is struggling. That right front has burned up. He is not able to come off the bottom. You saw Jamie Mullins get that car wound up on the top side and really able to get off the corner way faster. And he is definitely having some issues coming off the turn. Seems like the car being so tight, a lot of guys are having to lift. I think that's why you see so many changes in position as guys are having to lift, get off the throttle, and with it being such a momentum-based track, if you have to lift at all, you lose so much speed for the next lap and a half. Steve, though, fighting hard on the outside, trying to stay in front of the 26. Chuck just saying, hey, guys, let's get it settled, man. Let me get on through in this Marine Corps 75 Chevrolet. They are able to clear him, and Steve says, you know what? That's enough. I'm coming down pit road, getting my next set of tires. So Steve Loving coming down pit road. If we stay green, this will be the last pit stop for Steve, as he is able to make it from here on gas as we are right inside the pit window of 55. Well, it's actually like 65 laps, but he is 55 from the checkered. Oh, and he actually slides through his pit box. That's a big deal here under green. Is he going to lose a little bit of time from that? So we'll have to hope that some guys stay out a little bit longer and can make up a good amount of time on those new tires. And he comes down pit road. Let's see if anybody else is going to follow him. We check in on the leaders. They are still nose to tail. Garrett Kinder, though, starting to pull out to about 2/10. You start to see Jonah not able to get to his bumper quite like he was, and as soon as I say that, he drives right up to his bumper into turn 1. But as the run goes on, it's going to be harder for him to maintain that with the aero the way that it is. But they're obviously getting ready for pit stop, so it won't really matter. As Chuck peg leg Phelps looking to the inside of Michael Costa for 5th place. That moves Chuck into the top 5. After Loving pitted, still no takers. Loving now a lap down. Gonna have to get with it and make up as much time as he possibly can on those new tires. Last lap by, he was at 30.7. Matt Telder coming down pit road. Second car to come down and get what might be his last set of tires. Oh my goodness. Up front, a little wild moment there as something happened to Brandon Pollock there. All right, Michael Costa coming down pit road, so the floodgates are starting to open. I would expect to see quite a few drivers start to hit pit road as we are well within the pit window to make it to the end of the race. Some guys have 2 to 3 sets of tires, and you see our leaders coming down pit road now. Garrett and Jonah coming down to make what might be their last pit stop. What I am interested to see is where Steve Loving is going to come out in this deal, as he is running a 30.2, which is over a second and a half faster than anybody else. So we'll see how much time he's able to make up on these leaders and where he'll come out with everybody else. But Jonathan Cofield, Fry Hubbard, Josh Lokovitz coming down to get their set of tires. So green flag pit stops wide open. Aaron Adcock gives up the lead to come down as well. Chuck's coming in, so Po-Man making their final pit stop. Cindy Taylor as the two leaders, Garrett and Jonah, come back out on the track. Steve was pretty far behind these two by the time that he made his pit stop, but didn't really make up that much time. He's about 7 seconds behind the two, Garrett and Jonah, and is going to pass Aaron Adcock, so he will assume the 3rd position again. But like I said, he pitted almost 8-9 laps ago, so these guys will be able to get their cars going and have a good bit fresher tires. But right now your leader is Jamie Mullins. Still has yet to make his pit stop. As you see, the two, Garrett and Jonah, unlap themselves, so they are good. That's a little bit of a sigh of relief when they're able to get that lap back. As the caution comes out, they're not stuck. Those two are going to be passing Greg Froelich here. Matt Black, 14, Chevy Camaro. Greg Froelich running in the 18th position, a few laps down. But Jamie is still the leader. Joaquin Meza is in 2nd, and Brandon Pollock in 3rd. Jamie has had sort of an up and down race. Been up front in the mid pack, going down through the infield, almost wrecking a couple times. It's been sort of a wild race for him. But right now in the lead, a caution would be great for him. Caution comes out right now. That would There's only 5 cars on the lead lap. Let him come down pit road, get a set of tires, stay in the top 5. Kevin Kinder says, message from Ratchet. Sorry, Eddie, for missing the race. Well, that's all right. That's probably why we hadn't had that many cautions. So, Big K, you tell him that. We haven't had that many cautions tonight, and I think that's the reason why. Old Ratchet kept his voodoo out of here. But I'll tell you what, it's been a great race. We've had 28 drivers and only a couple cautions. And, man, just fantastic battles. I might go back and watch this broadcast. I normally don't watch any broadcasts I do, but I might have to go back and watch this one, as it has been extremely exciting. Watching from Jonah's point of view on those restarts, but also seeing those guys battling 2 and 3 wide, 2 or 3 rows deep. These drivers have been putting on a show tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Oh, and yellow flag is out. As soon as I said Ratchet's name, the caution comes out. It looks like Josh Lokovitz sitting on the infield, missing his whole bumper. What happened here? Comes off the corner, and Brandon Pollock comes down off the wall. Not anything crazy, just a big amount of net code. They probably would have come contact anyway. I don't know if Brandon Pollock gets a little bit loose there, and that's why he kind of shoots down the track a little bit. Yeah, that's what it is. He just got loose on the top side and clips the right rear of Lokovitz, and man, he goes for a ride there. So that brings out our 4th caution of the night, and that is great news for Jamie Mullins and Joaquin Meza, as they're going to get to come down, get 4 fresh tires, and hang on to this top 5 position, man. What a great call by them staying out. It worked out in their favor, and they're going to be able to sort of control this race. Steve Loving going to be your lucky dog recipient, I believe, as he's going around the track right now. So, unfortunately, that traps a lot of drivers a lap down. And you look right here, Aaron Adcock, who is running in 7th place, is behind the pace car. So he will elect to take the wave around, I think. I doubt anybody in this position would go down pit road and basically take themselves out of the race. You know, I mean, there is something to say about coming down, getting some tires, hoping for a quick caution, getting the lucky dog, and gaining all those positions back. But they pitted lap 151. Aaron Adcock did. I doubt he'll come down pit road. Only 10 laps on his tires. He's going to go get back on the lead lap, get back in contention, as he has been fast all night long. Joaquin Meza actually taking a little advantage of this in a good way, of getting some damage fixed that he had. You can see that right side a little scraped up. Spent about 48 seconds knowing that you know, he's on the lead lap. Furthest he's going to drop back is about 5th or 6th. So good call there by him. Steve Loving is going to come down pit road. He does get the lucky dog. Kind of unfortunate in that pit cycle, not able to get back past the leader. The EOD is, I mean, not EOD. The lucky dog is sort of it's good and bad, because in this scenario, he will be on the lead lap, but unfortunately, and he does get the pit. He comes down pit road, gets to get his tires, but unfortunately, he will be at the end of the longest line, and that is really, really tough. It is definitely doesn't really feel like a reward sometimes, as he's really not going to be in range of the other lead lap cars. So quite a few drivers: Aaron Adcock, Michael Costa, Jesse Nakula, Chuck Phelps, Cofield, Cindy Taylor, Matt Telder, Fry Hubbard, and Mickey Isaac were able to get waved around the pace car. And so we will have about 15 drivers on the lead lap now after those wave rounds go around. So you'll see there's Aaron Adcock and there's Mickey Isaac. Those drivers will get waved around here. And Jamie Molden's going to be your leader once they get waved around, with a great pit call there to stay out and gets a little help from a caution. It's going to give him the lead with about 37 laps to go. Still a long way. 37 laps is won't be quick by any means. So I can't. Everybody's getting waved around now. You see these cars coming around the pace car, getting back on the lead lap. So I can't tell if Steve has to let all of them by. He normally does, so he's going to pull down here. They may need to extend this caution out as they're waiting on everybody to get caught up. But it looks like everybody's going to get caught up just fine. Steve plays a dangerous game of pulling back up on the track as everybody's. But it does look like Steve is going to be able to stay ahead of these wave around cars, so that's good for him. So he will have a few cars in front of him on the that are a lap down to drive up through. As the next car that he will be battling is the 92. But all eyes are on Jamie Mullins as he's going to control this restart. 34 laps to go here in the Ratchet Speed Shop 200. And Jamie Mullins going to get a good restart. And Brandon Pollock, with that damage, not going anywhere. As we're under caution already, Cofield goes around. That didn't take long. Let's go check out and see what happened. You see all the cars on this, because of so many wave rounds, everybody was down on the bottom. There's just a big checkup. And unfortunately, Cofield is on the bad end of that. His spoiler is gone, missing most of the back half of his car. And, well, looks like we may be having trouble here. Not real sure what's going on. Seems like everybody's real slow. Even you have a caution before everybody crosses the start-finish line. iRacing has an issue of getting everything sorted out, so this may take a little bit to get this thing sorted out while iRacing's timing and scoring gets going. So you may see some weird things here, as iRacing really does not like to have a caution come out immediately as the green comes out. So these guys are going around trying to catch up to the pace car. Maybe Jamie just didn't know where the pace car was. So hopefully everything gets sorted out. Kevin Kinder says this has been one of the most exciting races, and you're absolutely right. There has been so much going on, so much drama, so much contact, but no, not a whole lot of wrecks. Guys really leaning on each other, getting a little bit loose, making contact, saving the car. Different tire strategies. Been a lot of fun. So cannot wait to see how this one concludes, as we are gonna go green with 30 laps to go. Now, those wave around cars, a few of them elect to stay out. Of course, the top 4 all were able to pit on that last caution and get tires. And but then you go back to Jesse Nekula, who last pitted on lap 142. Cindy Taylor last pitted on lap 151. It won't be too bad, but still, we saw 15 laps earlier, made a whole lot of difference. So definitely will be behind the 8 ball a little bit. Fry Hubbard as well. And you got Aaron Adcock, Michael Costa, Chuck Phelps. All those came down just now to get tires as they got the wave around on that last caution. So really good benefit for them. So I think we're going to see even more action as this is going to pick up pretty quick. Jesse Nekula probably in the worst spot. He can definitely wheel a race car, so it may not be a big issue for him, but we'll see how it all plays out as he's got fresh tires about in 9th place. But right now, Jamie Mullins is going to be in the lead, going to lead us down to green. 30 laps to go here, or 31. Jamie had an up and down race. Can he hang on to it over these number 13 and 31, who have been strong all race long? 13 gets all over the back bumper, the 111 here. Steve Loving making a move down here on Jesse Nekula with those fresh tires. Garrett Kinder looking to the inside. Going to get position, should have the quarter spotter call. He does, the 13, trying to take the lead back from Jamie Mullins. Jonah Colbert going to go along right with him. Let's see if Jamie can hang on to the outside. He is able to get a good run. Jonah having to check up just a little bit. That's going to open the door maybe for the 27. No, but Joaquin Meza making his way up into this fight. Jonah goes down through the what in the world happened as he hits a bump hard. I'm not sure what happened there to Jonah. I have to go back and see that real quick because everything looked fine. Oh, it just gets loose there and saves it. It's driving through here. It's going to hit the bump, go airborne, and able to hang on to it but drive through the grass. But that's going to put him all the way back in 10th place. And oh my goodness, that was crazy. So he has got a lot of work to do, and that was probably the worst time to do it, but you'll get to see it all on his POV as he tries to make his way back up through the field. But right now, your leader, Garrett Kinder, all by himself at 3/4 lead as he is starting to gap Jamie Mullins just a little bit. If you're Garrett Kinder, you're breathing a sigh of relief because you have definitely been the second fastest car so far. He led that last. Oh, Steve Loving going into the wall. Big crash. And wow, he's able to watch as Jonah Colbert able to make it through that. Did he make it through it without any issues? Good grief. As Steve Loving just clobbers the wall. Jesse Nekula, Fry Hubbard, Jonah Colbert barely made it through that. As he does have some left rear damage somehow. I guess it's probably from jumping in the infield. Let's go back and see what happened there. Steve Loving, I'm not really sure if he just got loose. May have been what happened to him. As you see, he's already going through the infield here as we're watching the Kinder Farm Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Is he going to come off the corner a little bit high? And you see that car getting a little bit loose. He tries to save it. Bam! Jesse Nekula with nowhere to go. Fry Hubbard involved. So 3 really good race cars involved in that accident. See the pace car's lights coming out of pit road. Excuse me. So one little small mistake, Steve Loving running in third, and now he's out of the race. So, wild. Man, what a crazy race. We're going to see who's going to come down pit road. Cindy Taylor going to bite. Come down Michael Kostick as well. That's going to give Jonah Colbert. I mean, it was really good for Jonah. He don't know how much damage he suffered there going through the infield like he did, but definitely making it exciting for this little POV cam. But 25 laps to go. He doesn't have long to get back up to the front. I may be a little bit biased here, but I definitely think the 31 car is the fastest car still on the track, assuming he doesn't have any kind of wild damage on the underside of this car. You see that left rear is kind of crinkled up a little bit. Not really sure what that's from. But Garrett Kinder did not want to see that caution as he was really setting sail on Jamie Mullins. Well, if you're in chat, let me know who you got. Well, we got some awards to give out. Some things that we can't give out to the end of the race. Still got to give out a Best Paint of the Night award. That one's also going to be pretty difficult. I have a pretty good feeling of who I'm going to give it to, but I like to mill over it just for a little while. Well, if you're in chat, who you got? Who you think's going to come away with this victory? Is it going to be Garrett Kinder, who has been really solid all night long, led a good portion of the second half of this race? Is Jamie Mullins going to dig down deep, find that little bit of extra, and get up front? Maybe capitalize on a mistake. Joaquin Meza, dark horse in this race with some great pit strategy. Has definitely got the speed to be up here. Up 20 spots, trying to get that hard charger award winner or Aaron Adcock, who has been slowly making his way up through the field. Started 22nd and finds himself in 4th after getting that wave around, able to come down, get those tires, missed that wreck, finds himself in 4th place. You got Jonah Colbert, who dominated the first half of this race, running in 5th. Chuck Pegleg Phelps, already a winner this season, running in 6th. There's a lot of talent up here, so I really can't tell you who's going to win this race. I think Garrett Kinder's got the best shot, being out front. That clean air is just so important. It's good for half a tenth for sure. So I think if he gets a good enough start and we go green all the way, it's going to be tough. Well, before we go green, I'm going to go ahead and give out my award to give out, and it's going to go to Tyler Rice, the Smil Racing Design Best Paint of the Night. I like the way this car looks, this Ford Mustang. Really nice scheme, and so he is going to be the award winner. So congratulations. Also going to win $5 tonight for winning that award. So congratulations to Tyler Rice. $5 richer. All right, getting ready to go green here. 24 coming to 23 laps to go as we get ready to settle this longest race of the season. Who is going to pull out the victory tonight. You got your Jonah Colbert POV down on the bottom right. We're going to be watching the lead, see who is able to make something happen. Garrett Kendrick going to have control of this restart. Green flag is out. Bottom line did not get going, as very, very slow down on the bottom. Jonah going to go look and maybe take it 3 wide. Oh, he gets to the back end of Joaquin. And a big wreck. Chuck Phelps involved in that as well. Jason Lottridge. Let's go back and see what happened. As Joaquin just did not get a very good start. And that 31 all over the back bumper. Tries to take it 3 wide. And yeah, just gets into the back of him. Let's go on board with Jonah. Y'all saw it. There we go. So we are under caution again. Cautions breed cautions. Looks like Jonah trying to get through that, just decided maybe to take it 3 wide and not really sure what happened on the entry of the corner, but really just kind of drives through Joaquin. Fortunate for Joaquin as he was having a hell of a run. Kind of like Jonah hadn't settled on taking it 3 wide. Maybe was going to jump back in line and maybe just misjudge the corner. It's hard to say, but definitely got in a little bit too hot on Joaquin there. You hate to see that. Definitely on somebody who is having such a good run. That's going to take out some good cars. We just talked about Joaquin sitting on pit road. Most likely done for the race. Chuck Phelps also involved in that. Well, actually, let's go on board with see if we can find that wreck again. Let's go on board with Chuck and see exactly what he saw as he kind of got caught up into that. There, we're on board with Chuck Pegleg Phelps. This next accident. Oh yeah, just nowhere to go as Joaquin just overcorrects right up into the outside wall. Nowhere for Chuck to go. Well, that took out quite a few drivers up front that I thought had a good chance to steal one tonight, but going to be an interesting ending for sure, as these laps are definitely ticking down. 20 laps to go in this 200-lap race. We still have 2 to green. We're going to come get the 1 to green next time by. Settle this thing. Well, I think the P&J Hard Luck Award winner is going to go to multiple drivers tonight, as I can't just pick one. There's a few drivers that I think, man, have had such a good race only to have something really out of their control happen to them. Jesse Necula going to be one of them. Chuck Phelps, another, just caught up in that last wreck. Joaquin Meza had a great strategy call running up front there at the end and gets tagged. So he's definitely a Hard Luck Award winner. Brandon Wallace also caught up in that wreck. So a lot of guys with some bad luck tonight who definitely deserved a little bit better finishes than what they're going to get. But all right, 1-2 green, and we're going to go green with 18 laps to go. That's still quite a bit of time, so a lot can happen here. It's definitely not over just yet. If you're 13, you're feeling good. The last couple have probably made you feel a little bit less comfortable, as your main competition, that 31 machine, is only one row behind you now. You see a lot of damaged cars back here. As that last couple cautions have really taken out most of the field, as I showed 9 cars on the lead lap. So a lot of damaged cars out here. You see Cofield without a rear spoiler. We'll see if he's able to do anything with that. But the top 4, along with Mickey Isaac, cars look pretty clean still. So we'll see what they have and who's going to take home this win tonight. I feel like I've been talking way too much. Pace car saved me. Come down off pit road, off the track on the pit road. Let's go green to the end, guys. Let's see what we got. Garrett Kinder with a great restart. Jamie Mullins spins his tire just a little bit. Not able to get going here. Garrett Kinder with a great restart. The battle's back here for second, as Jamie going to fight back on the outside. Jonah going to go up in, almost gets into the wall a little bit, as he is all over the back bumper. Going to jump out to the outside, try to make that work. Aaron Adcock going to try to go to the inside here. Great battle for second place, as Jamie Mullen gets a little bit loose there, and it's going to allow Aaron Adcock up into second place. Jonah Colbert going to follow right behind him. Aaron Adcock is coming. Old Tiny is making his way up to the front, as Jamie Mullins all over the back bumper of Jonah. Going to peek down to the inside, see if he's going to be able to make that pass. Not quite able to do it. So Jonah solidly up into third place. Let's see what that car has left in it, as who's able to run down. Let's look at the last lap times. Last time by to Garrett Kinder, the fastest car on the track, 30.08. Aaron Adcock, 30.1. And Jonah Colbert, a 30.21. So Garrett Kinder sneaking away just ever so slightly. Aaron going to kind of slide up the track a little bit off that corner. That's really going to open up the inside. Jonah gets a big run, but goes through the grass a little bit. So trying to make something happen, knowing that the clock is running out. 15 laps to go here, as Jonah all over the back bumper of Aaron Adcock. Going to look down to the inside. Not quite there just yet. Both drivers really struggling to find that extra little bit of grip. Garrett Kinder's like, yeah, y'all get up here and race a little bit. I'm going to head on to the house with this dub. Jonah going to get a nice little run here off the corner. Going to get to the quarter of Aaron Adcock. Should get the spotter call before turn 3. Not quite, but Aaron does give him a little bit of love there. He's going to bounce it off the apron. Jonah does. Not going to be able to really get there just yet. Going to go through the almost into the grass again. And going to lose a ton of time as he's trying to hold on to that spot. Jonah trying as hard as he possibly can to get up to the lead, but that dirty air really making it difficult. Eric Burkhalter out here running in 7th with a broke foot. This dude ain't got but one good foot. And out here running in 7th. But your battle is up here. Can Aaron Adcock run down the 13 machine. He's got to get a little bit lower. I think that's that line that he's running. He's coming off the bottom a little bit too soon. Got to be a little bit more patient. I think he can run him down. See how he's coming off the bottom. You see Jonah and Kinder down there right against that yellow or white and blue line. 11 laps to go. Who is going to get it done? Garrett Kinder is starting to pull away. Last lap, he was third fastest out of this top 4 group, as Jonah is really putting the heat on the 23 machine of Aaron Adcock all over the back bumper. Jonah was the fastest car out of these 4 last time by. Oh, Aaron's going to get into the apron a little bit. It's going to open the door. Jonah not quite able to get there. Is Aaron really going to hold low off the corner, really making it tough for Jonah. Jonah going to have to fight off Jamie Mullins. As Garrett Kinder is loving this, as Jonah just cannot get by Aaron Adcock. Aaron making that car about 3 lanes wider than it normally would be. But a fantastic battle. Jonah going to come off the bottom a little bit. It's going to open the door for Jamie Mullins, who is going to get to the inside of him. And Jamie Mullins up to 3rd place. Man, what a great battle there, going back and forth. Jonah Colbert not going to sit there and wait around as he goes back down to the inside of Jamie Mullins. As I think both of these drivers may be a little bit faster than Aaron, but they are just battling so hard. Oh, my goodness. Jonah gets, I don't know what happened there. Oh, my goodness, and both those drivers are wrecking down to the inside. Caution is out with 8 laps to go. 2 more extremely fast drivers out of the race. It's really hard to see, even from the POV perspective, what happened there. Let's go back it up immediately. Kinder Farm Ranch Wreckage Rewind and see what in the world happened as they come off the corner. Jonah gets a little bit loose. Oh, and comes up. As they are just racing hard. Jonah gets a little bit loose. Can't tell if he's still trying to save it. Comes up and gets into the left rear of Jamie Mullins, and both of them hard hits on that inside wall. Man, this is some of the hardest racing I've seen out of these guys for a long time. This has been a heck of a show. If you like good racing, this has been the race. What are these guys got to do as far as tires go? If you got them, you ought to come down and get them maybe. Man, I cannot believe that there will be probably about 3 laps to go whenever they go back green, but I can't believe somebody didn't come down out of this top group and get 4 tires. If I'm Cindy Taylor, Jonathan Cofield, maybe Mickey Isaac, I'm coming down and get those tires. That's a surefire way to win this race, as you don't have but just a few drivers on the lead lap. So very, very surprising that nobody decided to come down pit road. As we are on lap 194 out of 200, and the last person to pit was or the last group was Cindy Taylor, Jonathan Cofield, and Greg Froelich on lap 174. So that's a long time. Garrett Kinder last pitted on lap 160. Aaron Adcock 166. So they have quite a few laps, and we know 15 laps is a huge difference. So I cannot believe somebody didn't come down pit road. Someone like Aaron didn't come down pit road and get those tires. But I'll tell you who did, though. At 71, I have to be careful saying that name. Shitty Crew. 71 Ford Mustang. He comes down and gets those tires. With him being on the lead lap, he will get to go past all these lap cars in front of them. They will have to go to the back as leaders did not pit. So we're going to be watching. You know, we got peg leg Chuck Phelps, but you also got peg leg Eric Burkhalter working on one good foot. Broke his foot about a week or so ago. Eric Burkhalter going to have 20 lap fresher tires than the cars in front of him. Now, he's not going to have a whole lot of time. He's going to have to get past Greg Froelich, Jonathan Cofield, Cindy Taylor, Mickey Isaac, Aaron Adcock, all the way up to the front. But he's going to be pretty quick if he can make it happen and do it cleanly. If everything kind of goes his way, I'm telling you, he is in good shape. And, of course, maybe a green-white checkered or two. Pass a couple drivers, green-white checkered. Be dangerous. But I think your winner is going to come out of these top two drivers right here. I think Aaron has shown a lot of speed. After about 5 or 6 laps, he seems to start to get a little tight in the middle of the corner. That hurts his run off the corner. Garrett Kinder definitely in the best spot, going to get to control the restart, get a good jump, and set himself up for victory. Just has to have a good start. Just don't know if Burkhalter's going to have enough time to get up through these guys. We'll just have to watch it, see what goes on. We've seen it before. We've seen guys come down, get tires at a late run, and like I said here, man, I mean, he's got 34 laps fresher tires than Garrett Kinder. He's starting on the bottom, so I'm gonna be watching Eric Burkhalter. Clean air is king. I think you're absolutely right. But I tell you what, 34 lap fresher tires is a big deal. So if Eric can get clear a couple of these guys in the first couple corners, get up to third pretty quick, give him 2 laps to really work on it, I'd be a little bit nervous if I was Garrett Kinder. But this has been a fantastic race. However it finishes up, whoever wins, man, I'll tell you what, this has been a barn burner. Really great show. A lot of disappointing guys, I'm sure, but definitely a show that was put on tonight. What's Garrett Kinder going to do? He just stomps on the gas, and he is gone. Eric Burkhalter did not get a good start, so he's going to have a lot of work to do. As Garrett Kinder already out to a half-second lead over Mickey Isaac, Aaron Adcock. Aaron did not get a good start, so they are side by side going into turn 1. 3 laps to go. Aaron fighting off Mickey Isaac. Oh, I don't know who that was. Greg Froelich goes down to the inside wall and clobbers it. Eric able to get around him. Let's see if those new tires can do anything for Eric. He may have too much damage that he is off the pace. Doesn't seem like he is as quick as these other guys just yet. But your battle right now is for second. 2 laps to go for Garrett Kinder. Is he going to be able to bring it home? Who's going to come home in second? It's going to be, I'll be honest, I'm pretty impressed with Cofield, who doesn't even have a rear bumper, but he is up here about to run all over Mickey Isaac. White flag is out for Garrett Kinder. Got Ratchet Speed Shop on the side of the car. Would be a heck of a way to end the night, to finish this race and win the Ratchet Speed Shop 200. Comes down the backstretch. Mickey Isaac trying to break a little bit of draft there in third place. Garrett Kinder, though, into turn 3. Going through turn 4. Just got to be clean here. Comes off of turn 4. And Garrett Kinder going to survive and win the Ratchet Speed Shop 200. And take home the win tonight in that Ford Mustang number 13 in that paint scheme. Kinder Farm and Ranch, purple and green. Kevin Kinder, Ratchet Miller. if y'all are going to watch it or go back and watch it later, y'all will be pretty thrilled. Great finish for Aaron Adcock, man. 20 positions, but Mickey Isaac finishing in third place, and he is going to be the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award. Mickey Isaac, congratulations. What a fantastic run by him, surviving and coming home in third place. 24 spots from where he started. He started all the way back in 27th place. What a great run by him. So, well, let's get these Shappy Edits post-race interviews going. And let's talk to some of these drivers to see what they thought about this race. Of course, we're going to start with Mickey Isaac first. Let's see if I can find him. As far as I can tell, Mickey Isaac not in chat. Let's see if we can get him in here. Definitely want to talk to him. Definitely want to talk to Mickey. There he is. Found him. Let's get him up in here. Mickey Isaac, the Zeddy in the booth. You got me?
Roger, what about me?
Let me turn you up just a little bit so we can hear you. All right, say it again.
You got me?
I got you, buddy. Well, man, congratulations. You are the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award winner. And, man, what a race by you. Keeping it clean. You had some really good pit strategy that worked out in your favor. And there at the end, man, able to battle it out and come home with a third place finish, man. Tell me about that race and how were you able to get that done tonight?
Well, started the race. Tried something new. This is the first race on triple monitors compared to VR, so it was a little different at first. Got a little dizzy, all that good stuff. But no, I just took it easy, try to avoid wrecks and carnage. And I know green flag, you could do 3 stops, if it went green the whole way. So that was my strategy. But it's a little bit of luck, not much skill tonight, and we'll go from there.
Well, there's nothing lucky about a third place in these cars at this track. There is some skill in not wrecking, getting involved in things, keeping your nose clean, doing a good pit strategy. I think you're selling yourself short there, Mickey. Third place, damn good job. So congratulations, good way to end the regular season tonight. But good race. There at the end, do you think you had anything for maybe Aaron? Garrett kind of got away from y'all, but seemed like maybe you had something there for Aaron. Do you think you could have got to him?
Uh, Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it took me a while to figure these cars out tonight. They sway 2 or 3 times going in the corner before you can really get on it. Really, I don't know. Aaron's a good driver. Garrett's a good driver. Probably would have been where I was at.
Well, fantastic race, man. Great job on third place. That is an awesome finish. 24 spots. Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award winner. I mean, you just you winning all the awards tonight with a third place finish. Who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs?
We can shout out to the Biden bucks. Got the taxes and went bought the monitor. So
Hell yeah. Well, there you go. Well, all right, man. Well, congratulations. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, all right, man. Well, congratulations. Good job. And hopefully we'll be talking to you next time we see you on track.
Hope so. We'll try it again next Saturday. Hey, Eddie, you have a good night, man. Appreciate the broadcast.
Thank you, man. Well, there you have it. Mickey Isaac finishing in third place. Let's bring in the second place finisher. And come on, Aaron. You got me?
I got you, son.
Man, well, a fantastic race from you. Up 20 spots. You started 22nd, finish in second. A wild race, man. But, man, you were up there just slowly picking away at them. Able to dodge those wrecks. Tell me about your race starting that far back, knowing that you had, I mean, this is the half of a Coca-Cola 600, so 300-mile race. You knew you had a long time. You worked your way through that. Tell me about how your race went and how you were able to get up there and finish in second.
Yeah, qualifying didn't go real good, which I guess that's what happens when you're lacking a little bit of skill. I couldn't figure out how to get the speed that those guys were getting, and I wasn't slow, but 2/10 is a big deal on a mile and a half track, and so whenever when I got going again and realized I was going to be starting 22nd, my mindset went to stay clean, stay out of trouble, a long race, get to the front, and I don't know what it was. It was about lap 40. I finally was able to figure out how to keep it on the blue and white line, and it pulled the car around, and I settled down, got patient, and was just stuck it out towards the end. Had almost got my lap back the easy way after those green flag pit stops, but ended up having a caution and went a lap down, and so I had to take the wave around, and then it wasn't the next green flag. We got another caution. I come in, got tires, and just took a little playbook out of Eddie Smith's page of just get an interview, and that's all I kept telling myself. Just get an interview. Just get an interview. Just keep your nose down, stay clean, and hats off to the whole field tonight. I thought we were going to go start to finish green there for a little while, but it was a fun race. I liked the competition, and I tell you, I was getting a little worried. I had Jonah breathing down my neck there on the last 15 laps before that last caution come out. So I felt like I was a fish out of water just trying to get to the aerator.
Well, man, it was a hell of a drive, man. You were on broadcast quite a bit tonight, battling there in the top 10 and making your way up to the front, man. And then there at the end, just made all the right moves. You know, Mickey kind of sold himself short and said it was all luck, but man, not tonight. There is no luck tonight. You had to play your strategy just right. You had to make sure you picked the time you were going to take your tires. There was all kinds of things that go into this, and miss wrecks and drive clean just like you did, and man, you did everything just right except for past Garrett Kinder there at the end, and
And hats off to him. He got a heck of a restart. The last restart, I started behind him, and I kind of saw where he went, and I was thinking that he might go in that same vicinity. And man, if he didn't go 2 car lengths before, and I was just sitting there, I had my head on the pillow, and I'd done taken the melatonin, and I was asleep. So I was just glad I was able to bounce back to a second place finish. But yeah, hats off to the whole field tonight. Everybody done a heck of a job. My guys at Poman Motorsports, they put together a good car tonight. I know I scared them a few times because I got about 2 brown spots in my underwear. I know, dodging wrecks, and so shout out to all the guys down there, Chuck and Chris Heiner and Josh Lokenvitz and Eric Burkhalter. And I tell you, with a broke ankle, I don't know what he's going to do when he gets better, but that son gun's fast with a broke ankle.
I know. We should
So
have told him to break his leg a couple times already.
yeah,
Maybe he'd be winning races. I don't know.
so maybe that foot's going to grow back with a little bit of lead in it, and he's going to be fast. But yeah, just shout out to Griff and all the guys at Original Rebels Racing and Original Rebel Racing Farms and Intensity Broadcasting, Peg Leg Felts, P&J Motorsports, and Evil Empires, Thunderstruck, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Mill Race Designs, BK Motorsports, and just appreciate you putting in the time to broadcast this so our friends and family can watch it. And hi, Mom and Dad, and to my wife and little girl, I love y'all, and thank y'all for letting me do this.
Well, there you have it. Well, congratulations, man. We'll be talking to you next week, I'm sure. There you
I
have
hope
it.
so.
Tiny finishes second. He wins second place. Congratulations to him. But let's bring in Garrett Kinder, the man of the hour. Hey, Garrett, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, boy.
Man, well, you know what? You had the quietest race out of anybody. It seemed like you was out on a boat, on a lake, on an aluminum boat with a little trolling motor, and just out there fishing, man, because You were up front at the beginning of the race, let Jonah get out a little bit there, and kind of got away from you. You got that caution, able to come back and come out and be in the lead, and y'all kind of worked together for the longest time, and you just never gave up the lead after that, man. Talk about your race. Like I said, everybody else has got all these long stories, but I feel like yours is very short. I stayed up front and I finished up front. And but tell me about your race. How did it look from your point of view?
Man, beginning runs, I was struggling pretty good. Was holding up front somewhat pretty well. I think I held the top 10 pretty much all night, but car was tight. You know, it was abnormally tight for what these new next gen cars are with these short spoilers and the high horsepower motors. But you know, and you're exactly right. Me and Jonah, we worked together. He was giving me some pointers about how to really keep it down. That I don't know if it's something that exists in real life or not. But that blue paint stripe down along the bottom, it's got all the grip in the world. And if you can wrap your lefts on at least your left front on it, you can absolutely scooch around here. So, man, I for one, I got to thank Jonah for giving me some pointers there whenever we were running together. And I think me, him, and Steve, we'd gapped the field pretty good. And then Steve kind of fell off a little bit, and Jonah and I were out by a good little bit. So it was fun. You know, I always love racing around Jonah. As far as the rest of the race goes, you're pretty much right. The only, I guess, kind of ballsy move I had is that restart where I took it 3 wide into 3. I think, you know, and I can't look back and, you know, put a whole race on one moment, but I think if I hadn't done that, I'd have been mired back in traffic for too long and wouldn't have got to the position I was in. So, man, those cautions at the end, they were kind of wild. It was a fun race, all around fun race, a lot of green flag laps, then also some short run stuff there at the end. So I'm pleased as can be. First Cup race win. I mean, I've been racing this Saturday Night League since it came out, and first time I've won in it. So this one's pretty special.
Awesome, man. Well, yeah. I mean, you've been in a lot of good positions to get some wins and just had some bad luck. And, man, tonight you definitely put it together. Tell me a little bit about that time where y'all stayed out and some guys had about 15 lap fresher tires. There was about a 7-8 car battle there for the lead, just all clumped together. Talk about that time. How stressful was that? You know, Jonah was able to get through that, and I think that's where maybe you were talking about. But talk a little bit about that and how difficult it was to kind of navigate that whole deal there.
You know, it was very stressful, and I was surprised at how quick the tires kind of evened out. I think we had 15, 20 laps on our tires, me and Jonah, and we had said we were going to pit, and then there was a running order issue where somebody had ducked down. Where if we would have went down pit road, would have got black flagged. So ended up kind of got stuck on that and had to stay out. You know, ran up front. I think it was 4 or 5 laps, and then the fresh tires started coming. I think Steve Loving was the first one that caught to us. And he passed me on the outside, and then just that's when the floodgates opened, and I was mired in traffic. I had cars pass me inside, outside. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them went over top of me. It was pretty wild. But you know, as soon as 4 or 5 guys got around me, they all got to racing side by side and 3 wide here and there, and I was really just kind of able to hang right behind them, and it was really beneficial that they were racing so hard because there was some wild stuff that happened. I'm sure you caught it on the broadcast about people getting sideways, getting out of shape, banging doors a little bit. Very stressful. Shout out to the field for keeping all that as clean as humanly possible. That's no small feat, especially at this track with a tight race car. So, man, it was a blast. Stressful as can be, but it was fun.
Well, man, like I said, just a fantastic race you put together. It was a little bit, the first half was just kind of trying to figure everything out, and the second half was really a lot of survival for most of the field. And man, just like I told Aaron and Mickey, you guys finished where you did because y'all put together a complete race. Good pit strategy, good speed, also good decisions on track, keeping your nose clean. You need to do it all tonight. That's just how competitive this Cup Series is, and that's why it's so awesome to win in this series at any point because of how you have to be perfect. You can't make a mistake. You can't do anything. You can't make a wrong call. You can't really you can't really make any mistakes. And so tonight you were mistake free, able to take home the win, get your first Cup victory. So man, the floor is yours. I know you got some sponsors and shout outs. So take us home, man.
Well, first, I want to thank you up in the booth. Not just me, but everybody in my family, everybody that watched me back home. They all love watching your broadcasts, and I enjoy the heck out of watching them back. So, big shout out to you. I got to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch. I'm running a different paint scheme tonight. Oswald will be throwing a fit because it's got green all over the damn thing. But I think maybe I run the number 13. It's an unlucky number. I think maybe if I run unlucky number with unlucky color, it might end up being pretty good. So this may be the new primary. You never know.
It's like a
So,
double negative.
Yeah, double negative. Yeah, negative times a negative is a positive. You're exactly right. You're a math magician. So got to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch. They're always going to be on the hoods of my race cars. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for them. I wouldn't be out here trying to compete for wins. I'd be starting in the back every race, just trying to have some fun. But I like getting up here, giving them shout outs and being able to talk to our broadcasters. So huge shout out to them. Ratchet Speed Shop gracing the huge brand new sides of this car with the number pushed forward. So hopefully he's getting some pretty good screen time and sponsors are happy. Got to thank Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers. If you want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold for cheaper and longer than anybody else, make sure you check out Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers at bigfrig.com. They've got cups, they've got growlers, they've got coolers, whatever you want. If it's for beverages, keeping them cold, either in a cooler or in a cup, they got you. I'll talk about Ray Page a lot in Wolfpack Racing. Ray Page has kind of undertook a new venture a little bit where it's, I don't know if you've ever heard of the bin stores, but the bin store in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, Ray Page has been a big part of that. Basically you go in there and they fill bins up with return items from Amazon, Walmart, and first day everything's X amount of dollars, then it goes down day by day till the bins are empty. So it's a pretty neat deal he's got going. I've got them on the rear quarter. So big shout out to Ray, Wolfpack, and the bin store over in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And of course, got to thank my teammates. It's a weird deal that we have over here at Rebels with as far as the teams go. We have our official teammates, of course. I've got Reaper Racing, but I run with JC guys a lot. I run with you over the Xfinity stuff quite a bit. Run with Jonah quite a bit, and I hung out with Jonah and Steve and Daniel Cunningham tonight. Got to give a shout out to Alex Beath as well. He hopped in about halfway through and was playing spotter for me, so that was a lot of fun. Big shout out to all the guys that run in this series, teammates or not. It's a blast, and I ain't got nothing else. I'm over the moon. I'm elated. I've got the monkey off my back. I finally got to win this damn Saturday Night Cup Series, man.
Hell yeah. Well, we love to see it, man. We love to see. It's always good to see how important these things are. You think, well, it's just, people might be watching it who don't know or maybe first time watching. Well, it's just a computer game race. Well, it's not, man. These guys racing. If you watch this whole race and you think it's just a computer game race, I don't know what to tell you because this race was, man, it's hard fought. Like I said, these guys who finished in the top 5, and gals, they had to fight like hell to get there. So. These things are hard to win, and it's hard to get a W. Somebody as fast as Garrett, just now getting one. So it just tells you how hard it is. But, man, congratulations. Of course, the name of the race that I named it was Ratchet Speed Shop 200. So to be able to get a win with your boy Ratchet on the name of the race,
That's outstanding.
That's pretty cool. So. Cool little story there, man. Congratulations. Hope you enjoy it. Go celebrate. I know you will. Watch out for the drywall, man, and we'll see you next week. And hopefully, let me look at the point standings. Are you in the playoffs? Or are you?
Yeah, I think
you are. You're second.
I was sitting second or third. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, you're going into the playoffs. You made up quite a few bit of points. Jonah Colbert is going to be the regular season champion. But talk about the playoffs, man. What are you thinking about? You got that win now, so you got a lot of momentum. If anybody's got momentum going into the playoffs, you have got it. As you get into this, 7-race playoff, what's your mindset? What you're trying to do, and how you going to try to get this thing done?
Well, you pretty much nailed it. If there's a time to pick up momentum, it's on your way into the playoffs. Hopefully this win can carry over and we can keep this boat rolling and just, a lot of these races, they're survival. These are long races. They're half the distance of what the real life Cup Series drives. They're long races. They're grueling. They take a long time. Even if it does go green, it's still a long race. So, it's not just a race of speed, but it's a race of attrition where you gotta take care of your equipment where you can be there at the end. I've had some problems with that in the past, but able to bring home second place in the regular season. Just I won't call it luck, but I was very, very fortunate to be able to bring home second place with some of the luck I've had. Late race running top 5 and end up just sending myself into oblivion. But hopefully that's the same thing that carries over into the playoffs. Run up front. steal some wins when I can, and see how it shakes out in the Final Four if we get there.
Well, all right, man. Well, congratulations on the win again. I'm sure we'll be talking to you in the next coming weeks.
All right, Eddie. I appreciate you, bud.
Well, there you have it. Winner tonight, Garrett Kinder. Very, very long race, but very competitive. A lot of fun to watch. I can't wait. I'm actually going to go back and watch this myself. But you see the point standings as they sit. These are updated, not official playoff standings. Just want to make that clear. These are unofficial until William Griffith does the final tally. But this is the regular season point standing. So Jonah Colbert is the regular season champ. So congratulations to him. Had a tough, really good race tonight, but the end just kind of got stuck in traffic. Was not able to get back through there. A couple accidents, but still able to hang on to that regular season champion. So congratulations to him. But if I know him like I do, regular season champ don't mean jack squat if you don't win that Final Four race. So going to be a good little battle here. I'm excited to see these playoffs. It's going to be a lot of fun. So y'all come back. Thanks for watching Intensity. Intensity will be back tomorrow with Josh Hall or somebody. Most likely Josh Hall doing double duty with the Outlaw and Rebel Truck Series. So come by, check that out. He does a great job. Definitely go to their store, check out some of their merch if you're interested in anything. Maybe buy something. You never know. It support people that broadcast your races. Help them guys out as much as you can. And thank y'all for watching, man. Everybody in chat that's active, Kevin Kender. Always appreciate you being extremely active in chat, active more than anybody else. Feel like we got to give you some sort of award for always keeping chat lively. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, just a fantastic race. Just closing comments, man. I like I said, I can't wait back. I don't go back and watch these races that I broadcast, but I think I definitely will tonight, as it was a lot of fun. So, congratulations. Let's go ahead and go through the results before we shut everything down. Of course, these are practice results. Let's how about the race results? We know the top three. Cindy Taylor brings it home fourth. Eric Burkhalter with a strong top five with a broken foot. Greg Froelich, man, the great finish for him, finishing sixth. Jonathan Cofield seventh. Jamie Mullins eighth. Josh Lokovitz ninth. Jonah Colbert ends up 10th. Tyler Rice 11th. Jason Lodgers 12th. Brandon Pollock 13th. Stephen McDonald 14th. Chuck Phelps 15th. Joaquin Meza 16th. Simstandings.com. Don't forget to bookmark that. There's more to come there, I would imagine. Matt Telder finishes 17th. 18th, Michael Kostick. Fry Hubbard 19th. Steve Loving 20th. Jesse Necula 21st. Brandon Wallace 22nd. Josh Smith 23rd. Christopher Heiner 24th. Daniel D. Cunningham 25th. Justin Ray 26th. Cameron Combs 27th. And Ryan Huff brings up the end of the field in 28th. So there's your Ratchet Speed Shop 200 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Fantastic race. Want to thank ORRL Farms. All the Rebels admins, definitely Griff for putting this series on. It's one of my favorites. And all the drivers tonight, man, y'all did a great job. Put on a show. It was a lot of fun to watch. And I hope it was fun out there on the track. But definitely come by, support Intensity. Tomorrow night, just want to remind everybody, Monday night we're going to have a Retro Cup qualifying challenge on Rebel Racing Network. If you are an original Rebels active driver, definitely come out, be a part of that, win you some money. There's $15 for first place, $10 for second, and $5 for third. So definitely come out and be a part of that. It's going to be a fun time. It's just a fun deal, not a super serious thing. Come out, have a laugh as you go out there and try to set a qualifying time with a little twist. So all your info is in the announcements. Check the 87 announcements channel and the regular announcements channel for all the information that you need on that. But man, a great race again. Thank y'all, and we will see y'all on Monday.